Collectors, so it seems like we've got enough rally cars done and enough Formula One car reviews done. So I'm starting to delve more into the Grand Touring Championships, like the DTM, the Deutsche, German Grand Touring Championship. Later on, I'll get into the BTCC. Hopefully, if there are any good castings of cars from there, or the JGTC, the Japanese Touring Championship. But anyways, today we're looking at the good old Mercedes Benz AMG CLK DTM. Um, this is the second generation CLK class, and the road cars were available between 2002 and 2010. They were coupes and convertibles. And unfortunately, I couldn't really find much of a website going into the actual race car. But I did manage to find a couple of YouTube videos saying that this race car had an AMG V8 of 4-liter displacement, and it was making 470 horsepower, and it weighed 1,080 kilograms, so pretty light. And that's because most of the body is carbon fiber, but it's still built on a tubular frame steel chassis. So, okay, let's see. This is a Kyosho model, if I didn't mention that. It comes in a blister. We got some info here. I guess this is from the 2003 season of the DTM. Other color choices. All right. So this car wasn't successful, by the way. This was driven by a guy, Katsutomo Kanishi, and the best he ever did was 14th place, and the worst was 19th place. Autobox is a Japanese accessory / car parts store. It's kind of like a Pep Boys of Japan, but they're located in other countries as well. So I would imagine one of these liveries might be the car that actually won the championship that year. Probably that one being the first one, but not really sure. So anyways, I don't follow the DTM. So okay, let's take a look here. This is the car. Well, it's pretty close. They didn't get the AMG printing very good on the grill, but that's because the grill itself is a texture in it, so that would be hard to do. But you got the multi-spoke wheels there, looks pretty good. The white mirrors, a little side exhaust graphic, mobile on the back, Vodafone on the windshield, and then a wiper blade. So yeah, that's good. What about the back view? This is like a crazy neon orange, by the way. It's not red. Okay, so I'll try to focus in between the two. Yeah, looks all right to me. Okay, let's get a better light angle here. So yeah, as I mentioned, it's like a fluorescent orange, like fishing lures or safety vests, that kind of stuff. Pretty nice. It's initial impression is the paint's not so bad. I can kind of see the little paint bubbling starting up there. So I'm not sure when this model was released. The AMG collection, when that came from. But judging by the base, it might be pretty old because there are no screws here. This is still pressed together, whereas I think all the latest Kyoshos have screwed together bases. All right, some racing slicks, staggered sizes, pretty thin veins there. Alright, so yeah, we got this silver and black graphic for the exhaust pipes. It looks good. The wheels look really nice. I mean, thin spokes. There's going to be air passing between them, I guess. Let's just make sure. Oh, maybe not. No, yeah, there is. You can see a little light between those spokes there. Okay. So the printing here is all tampos, I think. Most Kyoshos have tampo printing, although a few of the F1 cars I noticed have some decals. But I'm pretty sure these are tampos. I don't see that wrinkly clear stuff in between the letters, So this should be pretty durable for the long run. Pretty nice printing in general. Pretty crisp, right? This sponsorship and stuff. I guess this is supposed to be Decra. I don't know what that is, but they didn't get the rights for that. So yeah, there's the race car driver's name. Some mirrors there. Are these separate pieces? No, I think. Wow, that's pretty good. So I think these mirrors are actually cast into the metal here, and yet the stock of the mirror is so small, right? It's not a big blob. So that's got to be a pretty complex mold, or it's part of the top half of the mold. But anyways, it's good. It could have been a lot worse. Wiper blades does stick up and it's painted black, so that's pretty good. I think even this printing is a tampo. I don't think it's a decal. It's great. You'll notice it doesn't cross over the wiper blade. The wiper blade was painted after this application, so that's pretty good. Really good. Electrical cutoff is somewhere there. Yeah, these look like tampos. The star, and then the inserted lights look good. As I mentioned, there's like a texture here in the grill, and that's supposed to say AMG. I can kind of see the stripes there, and then I can kind of see it. But oh well. Seems like silver paint on a black piece of plastic here. It's not the casting, it's a separate black piece of plastic. Okay, so going to the back. Look at this wing. It's pretty nice. I mean, it's pretty thin plastic there. And there and there. And the side up there. So printing there looks good. There's some vents here at the bottom of the back screen. Alright, so yeah, AMG Star CLK looks good. The nice plastic lenses look great. The printing here looks great. I think this might be a light or a reflector. Okay, so a little bit of depth there above that diffuser. And then they actually painted a little black here. This is a pressure relief valve, not a valve, just an opening, I guess, to help some of that pressure out of the rear wheel well. Unfortunately, it would be black here in the real car, but it's not on this one. Same with there. There's no black there. Okay. Well, I gotta say, it's pretty cool. I like it. I think the paint could have been a total disaster. That seems to be the case with these Kyoshos. They're pretty old. I wouldn't be surprised if this is from like 2010 or something. Although again, I'm not really sure when this series came out. But it looks nice. The stance is good. It doesn't really roll. There's too much friction somewhere in there. But it looks like a race car to me, right? There's no massive wheel gap here with the tire, so that looks nice. Now the interior, yeah, I can see a roll cage there. Let me get the flashlight. Let's see if we can see anything else. Steering wheel. I'm curious if there's a passenger seat. I don't think there is. No. No, it's like a weird box, with the... I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the shifter, how tall it is. That's actually pretty accurate, I think, to a DTM car. They want to keep the shift lever as close to the steering wheel as possible for faster shifts. But you see it's attached to a box there on the floor. So that's pretty realistic. It's pretty nice. And then there's a cross brace in the back. You can kind of see, hopefully, there. So not bad at all. Just wish, well, I guess the real color in the real car is black, so this is pretty accurate. It's just hard to see details on black plastic. Okay, well, let's go on the spinning machines here. Give this a shot of a review from you guys again. It's only the second DTM car I have. I have this Mini GT that was featured in a different video. This is obviously from a different era, an older era of the Deutsch touring manufacturing. Let's see if there's any big width differences. It does seem, with the more modern car, the car was allowed to be wider. It's a whole wide body kit on this thing because it's running much wider wheels. I mean, this, I think, actually does have a wide body kit on it, just not as drastic. Okay, so top view, not a great deal of length difference, but the Vodafone here, it also has a double-decker wing, so it's creating a lot of downforce there. And then it has the canards, or the little chin spoilers there. So I imagine this more modern car must just generally produce a lot more downforce, it also has the pressure relief valves behind the wheel wells to help keep it from lifting up. So, okay, well, that's typical advancements, I guess, in race cars. Anyways, it's always a pleasure to learn new stuff, and in this case, the CLK DTM, pretty cool car. Sadly for this Kanishi racer, he didn't do as well as he probably wanted to. But I'm sure he's pretty happy that there's a diecast model with his name on it. I'm sure many people in Japan must have loved this livery. So I think it's cool. All right, guys, we'll catch you in the next one and race on.